Whenever you try to record a video, do you forget how to be a normal human being? You're great at having conversations with real people, but when that camera is pointed towards you, your heart starts pounding. The words you practiced perfectly just 5 seconds ago completely vanished from your mind, and you're nervous staring at a lens like it's a security camera judging your every move. If that's you, I want you to know two things. One, you're not alone, and two, it's not your fault. As someone who coaches aspiring creators on how to perform on camera, I've also gone through my own journey of getting past this camera fear and anxiety. What really made a difference with myself and those I've worked with wasn't really buying a fancier camera or a better microphone. The difference was a complete transformation on how I thought about being on camera. And this isn't just some positive thinking fluff. In fact, one of the most powerful and proven techniques psychologists and therapists use to help people overcome challenges is a deliberate shift in perspective or mindset. It's a technique called cognitive reframing. It's the entire foundation of highly successful methods like cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT. The core idea of CBT is that by identifying and changing our thought patterns, we can change our feelings and behaviors. And the evidence is overwhelming. Research has shown that between 60% and 85% of patients show a significant positive response after completing CBT treatment. Why? Because they learn how to fundamentally change their perspective. In this video, I'm going to break down the 3 key mindset shifts that took me from being awkward on camera to speaking with confidence. These are the exact shifts that I wish someone taught me sooner, and they are going to be the key to you unlocking your camera confidence. So when you feel that wave of awkwardness or anxiety on camera, it's not the camera's fault. It's triggered by a thought, a belief that you're being judged, that you'll mess up, or that you're not good enough. These 3 shifts I'm about to share are essentially a form of cognitive reframing specifically for speaking on camera. Without further ado, let's get into it. Mindset shift number 1, it's a conversation, not a performance. Most people think that speaking on camera is similar to performing for a crowd on stage, acting in a movie, or even giving a presentation in class. They believe that they need to be perfect, that every word has to be flawlessly delivered, that they can't show any weakness, and that they need to project this larger-than-life on-stage persona. And what happens when you try to do that? Let's be honest, it's exhausting. You get stiff, you sound like a robot reading a script. You're so worried about how you look and how you sound that you completely lose the passion and the message that you wanted to share in the first place. You end up putting this invisible wall between you and the person watching you on the other side of the screen. But here's the secret. Here's the mindset shift that changes the entire game. The camera is not a stage. It's a portal. It's a direct line that connects you to one single person. So I want you to completely understand this fact. You're not expected to perform on camera. When you're in front of the camera, all you're doing is having a conversation with someone. Right now, I'm not presenting here to you. I'm just here sitting in my room imagining I'm talking to a friend who told me, hey, I really want to start making videos, but I'm so awkward on camera. Could you help? And everything I'm saying is just advice that I would like to say to that one friend. Think about the creators you love to watch. Do you love them because they're as polished as a news anchor or as dramatic as a movie star? Probably not. You watch them because you feel like you know them. You connect with their personality, their little quirks, their genuine excitement, or even their frustration. And that incredible connection that you have with this creator is built on conversations and not a performance. Because people crave authenticity now more than ever, and they want to connect with a real person. So how do we trick our brain into believing this? Well, we start with something physical to focus on. Before you hit record, I want you to close your eyes just for 10 seconds and imagine one specific person. It could be your best friend, your brother, sister, or a customer you enjoy talking to. Imagine their smiling face in your mind. Then we can take it a step further. Grab a little post-it note, draw a smiley face on it, and stick it right next to your camera lens. You can even print out a face like I do. I know it sounds silly, but trust me. Every time your eyes drift towards that lens, you'll see that little face, and it'll be a constant reminder that it's just a conversation, you're just talking to one person. When you approach talking to a camera like you're talking with your best friend, I swear, everything gets easier. And you tend to bring out your authentic self. You'll be 1,000 times less awkward and more confident. All right, let's move on to the second mindset shift. Mindset shift number 2. You have full control when recording a video. One thing that sends people down into a spiral is the thought that, oh, I'm gonna mess up. It's gonna be a disaster. It comes from real life scenarios like giving a presentation in class, a speech at work, or even just telling a story to a big group of people. It's an intense situation with big expectations, right? You have one shot. If you stumble over a word, draw a complete blank, or even start rambling, you suddenly feel hundreds of eyes on you, judging you at the same time. And there's no backspace or delete button for real life. And that pressure is crazy because you almost have no control once you start presenting. And we automatically carry that same fear over to speaking on camera. We treat that record button as if we're streaming to the entire world. But here's the mindset shift, and this is a total game changer. When creating videos, you have full control over everything you do. The moment you hit record, you're not losing control. You're actually gaining all of it. You are the writer, the actor, the director, and most importantly, the editor. You have the ultimate power and freedom. Did you say a sentence that sounded weird? Doesn't matter. Just do it again. Did you forget a key point? No problem. Just pause, look at your notes, and pick up right where you left off. Did the dog bark? Did you sneeze? Did you have a 10-second brain freeze? Who cares? It doesn't matter. None of it is permanent. The beauty of working with videos is the power of editing. You can edit your videos any way you like. So when you're recording a video, you can take your time. You can make as many mistakes as you want because at the end of the day, you have the power to edit anything out. You are literally building your best performance from different takes. And the final video isn't a lucky one-take wonder. It's a carefully crafted mosaic of your best moments. And once you truly, deeply understand that, the fear of messing up suddenly just disappears. It vanishes. And to really drill this concept down into your brain, I want you to try something next time you record a video. Do a bloopers take on purpose. Film a whole section where you intentionally mess up. Ramble, forget your words, make a funny face, and then yell cut. And I know this sounds silly, but physically, it teaches you that mistakes are okay. It's not the end all be all. Because mistakes are just a completely normal and disposable part of the process because you are in control. Mindset shift number 3. You're a beginner, and that's awesome. All right, let's tackle the final mindset, the one that kills more YouTube channels than any other. It's that feeling you get when you're watching yourself, you're watching your own footage, and you just cringe. You think, ugh, I'm so awkward. My voice sounds so weird. I'm just not a natural at this. And we somehow have this crazy unspoken expectation that we're supposed to be an instant expert. And if we're not, we're a total failure. So here's the reframe that will set you free. This is a brand new skill and you are a beginner. And being a beginner is okay. It's a necessary and awesome part of the process. I want you to think about it like learning to drive a car. Do you remember your first time behind the wheel? Your hands were locked in the steering wheel like a death grip. Your shoulders are all tensed up. You were trying to manage the gas, the brake, checking 3 different mirrors, and trying to stay in your lane. It felt awkward, overwhelming, and completely unnatural, right? The truth is nobody, not you, not your parents, not your driving instructor. Nobody expected you to be a smooth, confident driver on your first day. And that's exactly what it's like. Talking to a camera for the first time. You're trying to manage a dozen new things at once. What am I doing with my hands? Is my energy level okay? Did I just say again? It's the same mental overload, the same as learning to drive a car. You are supposed to be a little jerky and you are supposed to be a little awkward because you're in your first few driving lessons. But then what happens after you've been driving for a few years? You just drive. You can get on the freeway while talking to a friend and changing the music. You don't consciously think about the mechanics of anything anymore, and it becomes an unconscious skill. That is precisely what happens on camera. The more hours you put in, the more you do it, the less you have to think about the mechanics. Your brain automates the driving, and you can finally just relax and be yourself in front of the camera. However, there's this trap that we fall into, and it's when we see our first YouTube video, our first driving lesson, and we compare it to a YouTuber who's been a professional creator for over 10 years. We're seeing their effortless cross-country road trip, and we're judging our jerky lap around the empty parking lot. Most of the time, we forget that those same creators have had those same awkward years of videos. So what's the takeaway? Don't try to win the Daytona 500 on your first go. Your only goal is to get a little bit better each time you're in front of the camera. Try to embrace the 1% better every day mindset. Don't focus on the masterpiece, just focus on the progress. So let's wrap it up. These are the 3 mindset shifts that will take you from awkward to awesome on camera. 1, it's a conversation, not a performance. 2, you have full control when recording a video. And 3, you're a beginner, and that's awesome. If you really start believing in these facts, I promise you, things will change. You'll stop dreading that record button and maybe even start looking forward to it. As always, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 3 mindset shifts hit you the hardest? Comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. And hey, if you found this video helpful, please do me a solid and hit that like button. It tells YouTube that this content is good and others deserve to hear it. Thanks for hearing me out. Now go turn on that camera and start making videos. You got this.